Right explorers, welcome back. Today I'm at an abandoned incinerator which opened in 1980 and closed in 1990 due to the pollution it was given off. So we've got a weighbridge here. Obviously it might probably weigh in the amount coming in, or even maybe the truck's going out, and that'll be used for. Whoa, that's not a good start, is it? Good thing about this, by the look of it, most of it's steel work, so even though that wire trunk in there is rotten, all the steel work and the stairs and that should be quite structurally sound. That's obviously some stores for something. Dangerous chemicals. So this is like a kosh, probably like a kosh sort of cupboard. Stop machine before removing guards. As the car just pulled up outside, so we'll go over this way a bit. So I have no clue what that is. Does it say on it, doesn't it? So it's oil circuit breaker. Let's just climb through here. Let's just check that nobody's sneaking up on us. So whatever an oil circuit breaker is, that's one of those. Now this site's been abandoned for a real long time, and to be honest, it's in quite good condition really in terms of being intact, but it's because most of it's steel work, so it doesn't really suffer from the damp and that what your average house would. I don't know if you can grasp it on camera, but these are huge. These are absolutely massive, and obviously, you know, solid. One thing that's interesting though is there's a camera here, look. So that's an old camera there, or that's just like the protective mount, I suppose. Now there's no camera left in it. There's also one here as well. You can see where the lens would have been looking through. So I don't know. I presume that obviously means, because they're not for security, so I'd say that probably means that the operator sat in an office or a hub or something, maybe upstairs or another part, and he probably viewed what was going on from down here through those. Not sure. If you guys can correct that and I'm wrong, just drop a comment in the comments box below and put me right, because I'd like to know. There's an access hatch here, which is not going to move. These stairs are quite rotten. Look at those. I don't know if you can get the pure size of this though. It's massive. But this is a solid steel structure, but you can see how rotten that bit is there, and that sort of gives you a clue as to exactly how long this has been left for, because, you know, something as thick as that doesn't rot overnight. And even these stairs, look. And look at that, look. Now, at a guess, seeing as only that part of the stairs are rotten like that and the rest look quite solid, I'd say that there's a water leak somewhere directly above there, which, or I wouldn't have said a chemical leak, but a water leak maybe, what's dripping onto this part and then coming down, and that's why they've decayed a lot faster than the rest. Right guys, I've put my mask on now, so the volume might drop slightly. I'll try and speak up, but yeah, it smells quite bad in this bit, and that's not reassuring. Look, that's obviously supporting above, and so is that. That's supporting the whole of this, so that's not so we're going to slow ball this and take our time. Just stay there, set Max. Okay. A lot of paper in here. Yeah, even that, look. Which is quite interesting really, because I know this was council owned at one point, but for someone to put a structure like that in, it's obviously a good thing because they're supporting it. They obviously don't want it to collapse, but generally people won't come and put something like that in unless other areas have started collapsing. So I wonder why this is different. I wonder why they've actually tried to keep this from collapsing. Strange that is. Surprised this hasn't all been burnt as well. This would set fire quite quick. Okay, so this is obviously a stores this side for electrical components, and this all here looks electrical. So quite an important room that. Still a padlock. Still a padlock on there, look. Oh, well, you can see that. Alright, let's have a look at going up. Right, we'll go up, but there's a dog somewhere. I think he's just on that farm. Alright, so Matt's already gone up, so I think it's relatively safe. Well, it's not that safe because I wouldn't have acroed it underneath the supports. Look at that. It's weird. Let's have a look in here. Let's get hold on, some sort of water tank there. Okay, so we're getting up to the higher level now. As I've previously mentioned, this, I don't have to eat my words, but this should be relatively safe. They're rotten there, but that sheet, what they're made of, are going to be a lot thinner than this. So I'll come back to here. I'm going to carry on across. Alright, so that's the top, just there, and it looks like there's nothing in there, nothing up there anyway. And then, okay, yeah, so by the look of this then guys, this is what I was referring to when I said about the cameras. So I don't know, I could still be wrong, but this looks like some sort of operation hub, where this is like the control room if you like. All the electrics there. This looks like some sort of control panel that someone's nicely wrote on. And don't tread on that, alright. As you can see, I'll come around this side. All the electrics, everything was operated from here by the look of it. Here's all the gauges for the equipment that's running, temperatures, pressures. I presume these are all sort of fuses and relays, junction points, you know, alarm lights. So I'd imagine the cameras downstairs will be linked into here, and he would have had a monitor or something watching what's going on. So I'll get some photos, I'll load you back up. Okay guys, I thought I'd catch this bit. This is the back side of the building. All these big shutters and that are, but look at this. Look how huge this is. I'm kind of a bit worried. There's just stuff down there which has been thrown. There's little monitors and that down there, and there looks like there's the top off this. I've seen pictures here where there's all the controls and dials here, and it looks like that's down there. Someone's broke it off. It obviously must have been a top to this, and they've thrown it down there. Idiots. But look at that. We're right by the top. This is a solid, look how thick that concrete is. This is a solid structure, that part is. Don't have a clue at all. There's obviously chains and pulleys. I'd imagine the waste goes either side of there, and then this is on a crane, overhead crane system, and that went down, picked it up like you'd see in a scrapyard or something, picking a car up, and then threw it outside and loaded it onto wagons or whatever, and there's another spare one there. But imagine that full of like ash and burnt materials, and that must have been some sight, I tell ya. And I think that's a reflection of why the floor and that's so thick this structure is. To say how big it is and that, it still doesn't feel safe. I'm still on edge. I'm not too confident. I kind of want to get down, but I want to get it all as well. So I'll keep going. Right, I'm gonna go into this. I'm gonna go across this, guys, to get some photos and that. But I'm gonna real slow ball it. I'm gonna try and walk across that, I think, because I don't know. Quite a big drop down, look. See, even that's flexing underfoot. Fancy my chances on this more. I should have total confidence in it because it's a solid structure and it ties into the walls and everything, but I just don't for some reason. Okay, that's the top. That's some big sort of motor. You can see the pulley on it. There's belts there, look, some old belts on those motors which are still fitted. That's extractors. Is it alright?
There's a wasp nest in the wall here.
Is there?
Yeah.
What's in there? Stop machine before. Okay, so just different areas, parts of the machine, so you can service them, maintain them, etc. Obviously these would have been put in here first, and then I've built all this steel work and structure around it for those exact reasons: servicing, maintenance, even probably fitting and building, you know, and modifying over the years. Okay, so here's a bit of a store for probably what I've just said. Probably got bits of the machine, spare parts and everything kept in here. Interesting about this part, look, it's a wooden floor there. So that's quite crazy why that is wooden. Obviously you can see how rotten that is. It won't be long, I wouldn't have thought, until all those fall through. People have enjoyed the windows here, clearly. I've enjoyed smashing those up. So there's like a ladder there. Towards the edge where the handrail is will be the safest part on there. So yeah, so we'll go across here. There's probably like a control panel as well on there or something, like an emergency cut off switch. Okay, so this is the point here. There is the main hub, if you like, where I said, and then down there is the part at the bottom of the stairs which was rotten, and the cameras were. So you've got another motor there with pulleys on, extractor system there. Look, that would have been the finished material used here, and you can see that that's completely rotten through and decayed, and even, you know, that's probably what, 10mm thick, and that's even starting to show signs of letting go now. So we'll get back down, get some drone footage. Same again that side. These are obviously two exactly the same, so everything one side is just reversed. We'll just get a thumbnail picture now, and I'll load you back up. Right guys, I'll put you on the chest mount now. We've been up the stairs way, so I'm going to go down a different way just to make it a bit more exciting, but also I kind of fancy my chances here more than the stairs, because they're solid concrete, but that doesn't always go in its favour. Sometimes they can fall in as a one rather than break apart, so I'm going to trust this or experiment with this rather than those. Which I'm going to check that's safe first. Well, we're on, there's no going back. Yeah, that definitely felt more comfortable than coming down the concrete stairs. Mats come down as well, look, in true exploring fashion, staying together as one. I like it. Watch these stairs because they had me.
Yeah. Mate, there's hornets in here.
Alright, so obviously that's the weighbridge mentioned earlier. Quite on camera and on photos it looks quite small, but it's actually quite a big building, to be honest. It's a lot bigger than it looks, and probably what you guys can grasp off camera. We'll go around the other side now. Alright, so this, if you remember inside, the shutters that I mentioned on the back looking out from the control panel, this is those. So to comply with health and safety regulations, connect chain, is that chains? Yeah, chain across doorways before unloading clinical waste. So yeah, as mentioned before, everything burnt and whatever, or the ash and the waste was used, probably put in here. Can I open this better? No, I'll put you in like from here. So that's that claw, if you like. I don't know what they're called, but that obviously had the most disgusting job here to pick up the leftovers, if you like. And this concrete area here, if you remember, there was a second on the other side, that was just full of the waste, and that there. Now, I have read that they disposed of veterinary waste and medical waste here, so it would not have been nice, to say the least, but that obviously picked them up. And the one thing I can't work out, though, I get that this is a loading bay and I get that the waste would have been taken off site, or maybe that was waste put in there. I don't know. I don't really know, actually. But either way, whether it's loading or unloading from here, or loading back from there, that crane, claw, hand, whatever you want to call it, obviously operates on a chain pulley system, and it's got like a belt fed roller on the top, so it can move from pit to pit. But it can't come out this building. See, it doesn't. The crane would have to come past this point. So did the trucks or whatever was being loaded or unloaded reverse and overhang the back? Because how would that work? How would they get it, that claw, to drop it off out here? It physically can't. So I wonder. That's interesting. Yet again, if you know, teach me. Alright guys, I just thought I'd show you this. I was just looking at the ground, getting my stuff out, and I was just going to get the drone footage of this, but I missed those there. There's 3 lines, I presume they're power lines. You can see they go to that there. So hitting those would have been a bad day for me. So just be vigilant of what you're doing and take your time. I did originally want to get up to those and see about climbing to the top, but as you saw from the footage inside, the roof on there was very unsafe, because we was at that sort of that level, the top glass. The stairs was not good, and that side is not accessible at all because that's the big waste area. So that's a no-go, but we'll get some drone footage anyway.
Take off. The home point has been updated. Please check it on the map.
Right guys, that's the end of this one. Just another quick one, just a little bit of a gap filler. It's a little bit different. I've never been to one of these before or even seen one, so I thought I'd come to this. Not the most exciting, granted, but it is keeping a mixture to the channel, which I think is a good thing. So thanks for watching. I'll see you on the next one, and take care.